If you've experienced any of these types of apologies, I'm sorry. Well, wait, I guess I shouldn't say that because that's kind of my point. This is a skill we should have mastered as children, but it's used inappropriately, not used at all, or the dreaded overuse. Apologizing correctly helps build and maintain our relationships, but it's often taken for granted. So let's go back to the basics. Apologizing 101. Simply being nicer or doing a good deed to make up for your wrongdoing does not count as an apology. And for some reason, we're under the impression that it does. For example, when you ate your roommate's Reese's, replacing it does not erase the fact that you stole from them. Speak on it and then replace it. Because if they find out without you telling them, it directly reflects your integrity. It's not worth the unresolved tension, and it's a notion of responsibility. Speaking of responsibility, take it. If you are guilty of committing wrong, don't scapegoat or blame it on other factors. That shows a lack of respect. It doesn't matter if the action wasn't fully your fault, because it doesn't change the betrayal felt when you say, well, I didn't know if you were going to eat this or not because it's been here for like 4 days, so I went ahead and ate it and then got you a new one. And absolutely do not discount someone's feelings or make them feel as though they're being too sensitive. I'm sorry you're upset. That's not an apology. I'm sorry I hurt your feelings. Is. And it's taking it upon yourself. It's important to be empathetic when you're in the wrong. That's the point of apologizing. Knowing this, be careful when adding humor. People are too quick to make funny of their wrong. It's only okay to joke about your action after you have sincerely apologized to the victim and they are being humorous about it. Even though taking a Reese's seems like a small discretion to you, it might be the last straw for them. Take the safer approach. I ate your Reese's and it was really inconsiderate. I'm sorry. And then wait for a response and then offer to replace. Because if you offer to replace before your apology, it may seem as though you think replacing the stolen makes everything okay. Now, I could go on and on about the rights and wrongs of apologies, but equally important is when not to say you're sorry. Do not be the overuser, because it takes away from when you actually mean it. So, don't apologize when someone else is having failure because you're having success. That's really condescending, and you shouldn't be sorry for doing well anyway. Also, don't apologize when you did nothing wrong. Seems pretty obvious, huh? But a lot of people do this in order to receive an apology in return. It's insincere and passive, so don't do it. And most importantly, don't apologize for how you feel, because saying how you really feel may provoke an apology, and it may elicit someone to tell you how they feel. All in all, that's what we want, right? We want to prevent destructive conflict and maintain our relationships. By apologizing appropriately and not overusing them, you will master an important skill that many abuse.